Welcome back here to Edgewater, and we are now in the month of August. So it's been, well, about a little over a month since our last episode, and we just got here checking on the fields to make sure everything's going along well. The soybeans are coming along fantastic. They should be ready probably to harvest around September, October, and the same with the flax. It is also doing really well. So, knowing our luck, we'll probably have to harvest both the flax and the soybeans at the same time. Now, something I have done since the last episode is I put this little bridge in here just so we have a way to get across there quickly and easily, which will save some time. But now that we are in August, we do actually have a field here, our lentil field, that is ready to be harvested. So that will be a big focus of this episode. And then the other field I want to check here is our grass field, just to make sure it's coming along fantastic. And it looks like it is. The grass is ready to be harvested or mowed, which is how grass is harvested. But we're going to wait another month because there is an extra growth level where we get a lot more yield out of it. So the flax here is going to be the main focus of this episode. But before we get started on that, we want to give the sheep some more food because, well, it's kind of one of our goals here is we want to be a sheep farm. And, well, you kind of have to feed them. They do have food, but I want to keep them fully stocked up and not have to, because we're going to have a couple of months where we're going to be really busy, and so I want to keep them fully stocked and ready to go so that I don't have to worry in case I forget to feed them. So let me grab a bell real quick here. I'm going to try and do this with only grabbing one bell. Perfect. And the reason for only getting one bell is, well, you can really only fit one bell at a time in here. So, as you'll see in a moment, I am still keeping an eye out for a telehandler or maybe a skid steer loader, just to get in here easily. Let me see if I can squeeze in here without doing any damage. Okay, I think we're good. Yep. The other thing is I'm also think I may eventually look into getting a square baler. There's no rush on that because we have plenty of grass bales right now. And so honestly, we probably won't even be cutting the grass field until probably November, I'm guessing. And so we have a couple months. Oh, hey, that launched it. But this is really set up for taking square belts there. So I'm kind of leaning towards I may switch over to a square beller next time we mow the grass. But we'll come to that bridge when we come to it. So with the sheep all fed, let's come over here and park, and then we're going to head over and start harvesting the lentils. Just heading over here to the shed so we can grab our trailer and the harvester. So we're going to head inside here and then get the garage door opened up so we can get our harvester out and also the trailer. There we go. Go ahead and close that door. So let me get backed up here, and then we're gonna grab the trailer first, and then we'll grab the harvester and get started on getting those lentils harvested. Let me see if I can get backed up here without running into the wall of the shed. It's a little more, I think. Let me try it again. There we go. Alright, so let's get this pulled out. And then we'll come back and grab the harvester and get started on the field. So next up is grabbing the harvester, which I'm kind of realizing this thing is filthy. Wow, that's, yeah, really dirty. I am definitely going to need to remember to wash this when we're all done, because, yeah. Let's get looped around here and get connected up to the header trailer. And let's see here, which also needs to be cleaned. There we go. All right, so we're going to head out to the field and start, well, harvesting the lentils. Just getting focused on doing a couple of passes around the field so that we can establish a bit of a headland barrier so we have a safe space to turn around and not run into trees, fences, or anything else as I try to avoid this fence. And of course I fail. But yeah, so we'll continue on here and get the headland established so that I don't do that again. Thankfully, no damage. But yeah, so we're gonna go throw this into a time lapse, and we'll get this field all harvested.
I was standing outside the window, waiting for you. You were always taking time, baby, playing it through. I was calling out your name, but my eyes on the wall. You were running like a ghost from me. You were running from it all. You got me waiting, I'm on fire. You got me waiting, my desire. I follow your heartbeat, keep on moving to the drums now. To the drums now. I follow your heartbeat to the end.
All right, so while we're over here, we're going to go ahead and empty the harvester because we are starting to get full. And so we're going to hop in the mass. See, actually, I forgot to put the pipe out, so let me get that out. And that little beeping noise is also the low fuel warning. So while we're over here, we're going to also refuel the harvester because just start it up. Because I kind of forgot to check the fuel levels before we started the harvesting. So let's get this over here and get the harvester unloaded. And one thing I like about this trailer is we can actually lower these sides. Let me see. And there we go. I think I can also drop that front part down as well. I'm gonna keep pressing buttons till I figure it out. There we go. Found the right button. All right, so let's get this harvester unloaded, and then we will refuel the harvester. And just a little bit more left to unload. And that's it. All right, so let's get the pipe folded in. And then we're going to go up here to our fuel tanks and get refueled. Give myself a wide churning radius. Oh, you know what? I do not want to run into the fuel tank because that'd be bad. Very bad. All right, I think, yep, there we go. We are refueling. And we are all refueled finally. So let me pull forward here, and we're gonna also refuel the DEF while we're at it. So this will be quick. And we're done. Yay! So let's get this fired back up here, and then we're gonna head back out here to the Lentils and finish up the harvesting.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, you're forged to lose. You're placing your bet, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies. Roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. You're playing it cool, bending all the rules, talking way too loud, and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. Invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft, I got my moves, I got my song. When I turn my mojo on, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Watch me use my witchcraft. I'm gonna use my witchcraft.
With that pass, we have just one little section here, and then we are all done harvesting lentils. And we'll pretty much be wrapping up the last of our first harvest on this series, which is amazing. So let's head over here and we're gonna get this unloaded into the trailer. Let's get the auger pipe out and then make sure I get this lined up and get it unloaded. Now we didn't get a lot from the field, but I know lentils do have a good price, so I am curious to see how that translates to profit. I know we know from when we first started this series with Uncle Tom's the flax he had harvested from all 3 fields. That was a really nice payday that gave us a really nice shot in the arm to get started on this series. But this will be the first harvest we've had, and when we sell these, it'll be like our first profits from the fields that we planted and worked. So I'm going to get this thing washed off because, as you remember when we first started this episode, this thing was filthy and we just finished harvesting and now it's even worse. So let's get this washed down, get the header and the harvester all washed up, and get all this dirt that's been caked on here, get it all cleaned up. Because, yeah, we want to take care of it because this this equipment is our money maker. I'm almost out of hose. Oh, yep, there we go. I ran out of hose length. So we're gonna finish washing this up, and then I'm gonna get it put away, and then after that, we'll need to get the trailer and unload the lentils into our silo. All right, I think that should do it. That looks much better. Much better. All right, so let's hop in here. We'll get this put away, and then we'll get the hop in the Massey and get all of the lentils loaded up into our silo bins.
Nobody needs to know. Surrender to the grief. Nobody needs to know. Let go.
I think that will do it. So let's go ahead and shut it down here. And I think we can have just enough room there. Oh yeah, perfect. I think, yep, perfect spacing back here. So that's awesome. And that looks a lot better than when we grabbed it. That's kind of my bad for not washing it when we first moved onto the farm. Let's head over here to the conveyor belt and conveyor belt slash auger pipe. And so we can get this unfolded and set up so that we can unload all the lentils into our silo. So I'm not quite lined up. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. So let's head over to our Massey, and then we're going to pull around and start unloading the lentils onto the conveyor, and then that will get it into the silo. And let me get this lined up here. We only have about 298 bushels, so it shouldn't take too long. There we go. Get this unloaded. And I think that should be, yep, there it is. That's all of it. So that was, yeah, there's definitely not very much, but lentils do have a really good price. So I'm thinking we'll actually end up making some good money. I'm hoping. But we will find out once it comes time to selling those. But with everything wrapped up on this, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here. And I want to thank you for watching. I really hope that you were enjoying this episode and this series. And I'm really looking forward to this map, and as we develop this, and we've kind of, started to realize Uncle Tom's dream of having a sheep farm. But I really want to take it to the next level and kind of expand on that wool business and maybe get into some fabric and some other things too as well. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, please leave those in the comments below. And also be sure to give us a like if you've enjoyed this. And I hope you have a wonderful day and hope to see you in the next video.